The royal family has always been full of secrets, but this one might change everything. Prince Andrew has finally spoken about King Charles, and what he said is not good. For a long time, there have been rumors about problems between the two brothers. But now, those whispers are turning into something real. Behind the fancy castles and big smiles, there has been tension. And now, it's all starting to come out. Prince Andrew's words have shocked everyone, and the things he revealed could cause serious trouble for the royal family. This isn't just a small family fight. It's something that could shake the entire monarchy. What Prince Andrew said. All right, let's talk about what Prince Andrew has finally said. Or at least, what insiders are saying he's been saying behind the palace walls. After staying quiet for so long, Andrew has broken his silence, and honestly, it's not looking good for King Charles. Sources close to the royal family reveal that Prince Andrew is very upset. And the biggest reason? Money. Yes, money seems to be at the center of it all. Andrew feels that King Charles is trying to push him out, not just from royal duties, but from the royal estate and inheritance as well. Andrew believes that his older brother is being unfair, especially when it comes to the money their late mother, Queen Elizabeth, left behind. Now imagine being born into that kind of wealth, living a royal life for decades, and then suddenly realizing that it might all be slipping away. That's where Prince Andrew is right now. Reports claim he's been saying that he's being treated like the black sheep of the family. He feels he's become an easy target ever since the Jeffrey Epstein scandal hit the headlines. And here's where it gets even messier. Andrew supposedly hinted that Charles isn't leading the family the way their mother did. He's been overheard saying that Charles is being cold, calculating, and more focused on cutting costs than keeping the family together. Some even say Andrew called the new leadership style heartless. Now that's a bold thing to say about the king. The tone of what's coming out of Andrew's camp is very clear. He's bitter, angry, and honestly, a little desperate. It almost sounds like he feels cornered, like he's running out of time to secure his future. He's not just worried about being left out of royal events. He's worried about losing his home, his lifestyle, and maybe even his dignity. What makes this moment different is that Andrew has been silent for a long time. Even when the Epstein case exploded, he mostly stayed quiet, except for that disastrous BBC interview. But now, when King Charles is already dealing with his own health problems, Andrew decides to speak up. You can't help but wonder, why now? Is he trying to hit Charles when he's at his weakest? Or is he simply so desperate that he doesn't care about the timing anymore? Either way, it's clear that this is not just about money. It's about power, respect, and survival inside a royal family that seems to be tearing itself apart. Why this is bad for King Charles. Now, here's the thing. This is really bad news for King Charles. Just when he thought he could finally settle into his role as king, his own brother is pulling him right back into the royal drama. And let's be honest, the timing couldn't be worse. King Charles is already fighting his own battles. He's dealing with cancer, trying to protect his image, and keeping the family together. The last thing he needed was Prince Andrew digging up old scandals and throwing fresh fuel on the fire. The moment Andrew starts talking, people remember. They remember the Epstein connections, the lawsuits, the embarrassing interviews. All the things the royal family has been trying so hard to bury come rushing back to the front pages. This is not just about Andrew's personal fight. This is about dragging the whole royal family back into the mud. And while Charles has been trying to clean up the royal image with his slimmed-down monarchy plan, cutting out non-working royals, reducing costs, and focusing on the future, this whole mess makes that plan look shaky. Because how can you talk about a modern, respectable monarchy when your own brother is calling you unfair, greedy, and cold? Let's face it, Charles has always tried to present himself as a steady hand, someone who can guide the family through tough times. But Andrew's words make him look like the villain. It makes it seem like Charles is the big bad brother, punishing Andrew while trying to look good in public. And that image, it's dangerous. It can damage Charles's reputation not just in the UK, but across the Commonwealth. People are already questioning the purpose of the royal family. Every new scandal, every fresh fight, makes more people wonder, do we even need them anymore? And Andrew's comments could push even more people to say, enough is enough. money, power, and royal estate. Drama. Now let's dive a little deeper into the heart of this whole drama, the royal estates, the inheritance, and the power struggle that's tearing the brothers apart. One of the biggest issues right now is the Royal Lodge. This huge, historic house has been Prince Andrew's home for years. But guess what? King Charles reportedly wants him out. Charles thinks it's time to cut expenses and take back control of these royal properties. But Andrew? He's refusing to leave. He's digging in his heels and fighting hard to stay. Why is this house so important? Because it's not just a home, it's a symbol of Andrew's place in the family. Losing it would mean admitting that he's been pushed aside for good. And from what insiders are saying, Andrew feels like Charles is using the inheritance as a weapon. There are whispers that the late Queen's private fortune was supposed to help support all her children, not just the king. But now, it seems like Charles is keeping the biggest share for himself. And it doesn't stop there. Balmoral and Sandringham, two of the most famous royal estates, are also part of this quiet war. These properties were privately owned by the Queen, which means she could have passed them to anyone she wanted. But now that she's gone, there's confusion over who gets what. And guess who feels left out? Yep, Prince Andrew. What's really sad is that this isn't just a rich family arguing over houses. It's about losing everything Andrew has ever known. His royal titles are gone, his public duties are gone. And now, it feels like his home and his money are next. Can you imagine how scared he must be? After all those years of luxury, he's now fighting just to keep a roof over his head. Some reports even say Charles has cut off Andrew's yearly allowance. And without that money, Andrew simply can't afford to maintain a place like the Royal Lodge. It costs millions a year just in repairs. This is why Andrew is speaking up now. Because he feels like the walls are closing in. And soon he'll have nothing left. What happens next? Now the big question everyone is asking. What happens next? Will King Charles hit back? Will Andrew go quiet again? Or is this just the start of something even bigger? Honestly, it's hard to say. But one thing's for sure. King Charles can't ignore this forever. The public is watching, the media is digging, and every little comment from Andrew keeps making headlines. At some point, Charles might have to say something. Maybe not directly. Maybe through palace statements or sources leaking to the press. But a response will come. There's also a real chance that this could reopen the debate about Andrew's titles. Remember, he's still technically a prince. There are calls once again to strip him of everything, to make sure he can never embarrass the family like this again. If Charles wants to protect the crown, he might feel forced to finally cut Andrew off completely. And here's the scary part. What if this is just the beginning? What if Andrew is preparing for something even bigger? A tell-all interview? A secret memoir? Maybe even sitting down with a major TV network to finally tell his side of the story? The thought alone is enough to give King Charles sleepless nights. Because if that happens, all the royal secrets, all the private family fights, and all the things they've worked so hard to hide could come spilling out. And not just about Andrew, but about everyone. Events like Trooping the Color, royal weddings, even coronation anniversaries. All of these big royal moments could get overshadowed by Andrew's drama. Instead of headlines about duty and tradition, the papers would be full of scandal, betrayal, and family fights. At the end of the day, this is a family breaking apart in front of the whole world. And no matter how rich or powerful they are, it's hard not to feel a little sad watching it all fall apart. The tension within the royal family is clearer than ever, and Prince Andrew's words have only made things worse. What happens next could change everything for King Charles and the monarchy. Will the palace respond? Will more secrets come out? One thing is certain. This story is far from over.
But once you get to 95, it's not quite as easy as it used to be. It's bad enough at 73.
King Charles III, at the venerable age of 76, collapsed during a festive Christmas lunch party, leaving the royal family and guests in utter shock. The unexpected drama unfolded moments after a surprise video call from Prince Harry, whose emotional message seemed to overwhelm the monarch. As whispers of health concerns circulate, this incident raises serious questions about the king's well-being, and the underlying tensions within the royal family. What really transpired during this fateful celebration? King Charles III's fainting incident. King Charles III's 76th birthday celebration took a dramatic turn when the monarch unexpectedly fainted during the event. The celebration, held on November 14, 2024, was intended to be a modest affair, reflecting the king's preference for understated events. However, the day became a whirlwind of emotions after a surprise video call from his estranged son, Prince Harry. The unexpected gesture, filled with heartfelt words and promises of reconciliation, overwhelmed the king, leading to his fainting spell and raising concerns about his health. The incident came amidst ongoing health challenges faced by King Charles. Earlier in the year, the king underwent surgery for an enlarged prostate, during which doctors discovered a separate cancer diagnosis. While the type of cancer remains undisclosed, palace officials have assured the public that it is not prostate-related. Despite undergoing outpatient treatment, King Charles has continued to fulfill his royal duties. Though the relentless schedule has strained his physical and emotional well-being, Prince Harry's unexpected appearance added an emotional weight to the celebration. The strained relationship between the king and his younger son has been a source of public and private tension, fueled by Harry's departure from royal duties in 2020 and the release of his memoir, Spare. While some viewed Harry's video call as a gesture of reconciliation, others questioned the timing and impact of his intervention, given the king's ongoing health struggles. The fainting incident also highlighted the immense pressures faced by King Charles as he navigates his role as monarch during a challenging period for the royal family. Public scrutiny, declining support for the monarchy, and personal health battles have converged to create a particularly taxing environment for the king. While the palace has assured the public of Charles's recovery, the incident has sparked broader discussions about the future of the monarchy under his reign. It served as a stark reminder that even the most powerful figures are not immune to the emotional and physical toll of their responsibilities. For King Charles, the day laid bare both the challenges of his role and the enduring complexities of his family relationships. Prince Harry's surprise appearance. Prince Harry's surprise appearance during King Charles III's 76th birthday celebration was both unexpected and emotionally charged. The event, which took place on November 14, 2024, was meant to be a private gathering, but it quickly became a focal point for media attention due to Harry's heartfelt video call. This moment was significant, especially considering the ongoing tension between Harry and the royal family since his departure from royal duties in early 2020. As the king celebrated with close family and friends, Harry's video call added a twist to the day. Even though he was thousands of miles away in California, his presence was felt strongly. The video message was filled with sincere wishes and love for his father, touching on themes of family and reconciliation. Many who witnessed the moment noted the emotion in the king's expression as he received Harry's heartfelt words. However, it was also apparent that this unexpected connection brought a mixture of joy and stress, which ultimately contributed to the king fainting shortly after the call. This surprise appearance sparked conversations about the state of their relationship. Since stepping back from royal duties, Harry has been open about the complexities of family dynamics. His memoir, Spare, revealed personal struggles and frustrations, fueling speculation about whether he would ever fully reconcile with his family. The emotional impact of the video call raised hopes for healing, but it also highlighted the challenges that remain. For the royal family, this moment was bittersweet. While it showcased a potential path toward reconciliation between father and son, it also underlined the pressures that come with royal life. King Charles's health concerns further complicated the situation, making the timing of Harry's appearance all the more poignant. King Charles III's health issues. King Charles III has faced a series of health challenges that have raised concerns among the public and within the royal family. As the king approached his 76th birthday, the pressures of his role as monarch became more apparent, especially with his recent medical issues. In early 2024, he underwent surgery for an enlarged prostate. This procedure was significant and required careful monitoring, but it revealed a more serious underlying health problem: cancer. The specifics of the cancer diagnosis have not been publicly disclosed, leading to widespread speculation and concern. Palace officials have reassured the public that the cancer is not related to the prostate issue, but the lack of detailed information has left many wondering about the king's overall health and well-being. King Charles has continued to fulfill his royal duties despite these challenges, demonstrating his commitment to serving the country. However, the demands of his position amid health issues have taken a toll on him. In addition to physical health concerns, the emotional burden of his family dynamics has added further stress. The strained relationship with his son, Prince Harry, has been a topic of public discussion for years. As King Charles navigates his personal health battles, he also faces the challenge of mending family ties that have been stretched thin. This duality, managing health issues while handling family tensions, has made his reign particularly complex. The king's fainting incident during his 76th birthday celebration was a stark reminder of the impact these health issues can have. The fainting spell occurred shortly after an emotionally charged video call from Prince Harry, highlighting how intertwined his physical state is with his emotional well-being. As King Charles continues to manage his health, the public remains hopeful for his recovery and well-being. His commitment to his duties and the royal family is admirable, but it is clear that moving forward, he must prioritize his health. The royal family faces a pivotal moment, and the king's strength and resilience will be crucial in navigating the future of the monarchy. Catherine, Princess of Wales's cancer diagnosis. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has faced a challenging and emotional journey following a cancer diagnosis that came to light in early 2024. Known for her grace and dedication to her royal duties, Catherine's health struggles have deeply affected both her and the royal family, bringing a wave of concern from the public and media alike. In January 2024, during a routine checkup, doctors discovered that Catherine had developed cancer following a planned abdominal surgery. The diagnosis shocked everyone, as she had always been seen as a figure of strength and vitality. The news was especially difficult for her husband, Prince William, and their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, who have always looked up to their mother as a source of support and inspiration. Following the diagnosis, Catherine underwent chemotherapy as a precautionary measure. While the type of cancer has not been publicly disclosed, the treatment was necessary to ensure her long-term health. Throughout this period, Catherine displayed remarkable courage and resilience. Despite the challenges of her treatment, she continued to make public appearances, showcasing her commitment to her royal duties and her passion for various charitable causes. Catherine's determination to maintain a sense of normalcy for her children during this tough time has been especially commendable. She has been open about the importance of family support, emphasizing how her loved ones have helped her navigate the emotional highs and lows of her diagnosis. In September 2024, Catherine announced that she is now cancer-free, bringing immense relief to her family and supporters. This news was met with widespread celebration, as it marked a new chapter in her life. The Princess of Wales has expressed gratitude for the overwhelming support she received during her health journey, highlighting the power of community and love in overcoming adversity. Catherine's experience has also sparked conversations about cancer awareness and the importance of regular health checkups. Her openness about her diagnosis has inspired many, showing that even those in the public eye face real-life challenges. As she continues her royal duties, Catherine remains a symbol of strength and resilience, reminding everyone that hope and support can make a significant difference in difficult times. Queen Camilla's health and role. Queen Camilla has played a vital role in the British royal family, especially since becoming queen consort when King Charles III ascended the throne. However, her health has come under scrutiny in recent months, particularly during the winter of 2024. Camilla has faced health challenges, including a chest infection that caused her to miss several important events, raising concerns among the public and royal watchers. Her absence from key engagements, such as the premiere of the highly anticipated film, Gladiator II, highlighted how serious her health issues were. The Queen's commitment to her duties and public appearances is well known, so her absence was notable. During her recovery, the royal family rallied around her, emphasizing the importance of health and well-being. King Charles has often expressed his admiration for Camilla's work and her dedication to various charitable causes, and her health has always been a priority for him. Despite these challenges, Queen Camilla has remained actively involved in her royal duties. She's been a strong advocate for numerous causes, particularly those related to domestic violence, literacy, and animal welfare. Her work in these areas has made a significant impact on many lives, and she has become a beloved figure in the UK and beyond. Camilla's resilience is evident as she continues to balance her health concerns with her royal responsibilities. She has been open about her health journey, which has helped to demystify some of the challenges faced by public figures. By sharing her experiences, she encourages others to prioritize their health. As she continues to recover, Queen Camilla remains a pillar of support for King Charles and the royal family. Her strength and dedication play an essential role in the monarchy, especially during these uncertain times. With her health improving, the Queen looks forward to returning to her full range of duties and continuing her work to make a positive difference in society. Her journey reminds us all of the importance of health, resilience, and the power of community support. Family tensions with Prince Harry. The relationship between Prince Harry and the royal family has been a source of intense public interest and speculation in recent years. Once seen as a beloved member of the British monarchy, Harry's decision to step back from royal duties in early 2020 marked a significant turning point in his relationship with his family, particularly with King Charles III and Prince William. Tensions began to escalate when Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, sought to carve out a more independent life in North America. Their move was met with mixed reactions. While some praised their desire for privacy and mental health, many royal supporters felt betrayed. The couple's candid interviews and revelations about their experiences within the royal family further fueled the divide. In his memoir, Spare, Harry shared personal stories that painted a complicated picture of family dynamics, including feelings of isolation and misunderstandings. The backdrop of these tensions was the immense pressure that comes with being part of the royal family. Harry often expressed his struggle with the expectations placed on him and the lack of support he felt from his family, which created a rift. The public nature of their disagreements added to the strain, as family matters that would typically remain private became topics of discussion in the media. Despite the challenges, there have been glimpses of hope for reconciliation. Harry's surprise video call to King Charles during his 76th birthday celebration highlighted a desire for connection. This emotional gesture hinted at the possibility of healing, even amidst ongoing tensions. However, the deep-seated issues between Harry and the royal family remain. As the family navigates these complex dynamics, it is clear that the road to reconciliation will take time and effort from all parties involved. The public continues to watch closely, hoping for a resolution that allows Harry to reconnect with his family, while still respecting his need for independence. Ultimately, the relationship between Prince Harry and the royal family reflects the broader struggles many families face, balancing love, duty, and the desire for personal happiness. Public and media scrutiny. The British royal family has always been under the watchful eyes of the public and the media, but in recent years, the level of scrutiny has intensified significantly. Every move made by King Charles III, Queen Camilla, and the younger royals, including Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, is closely followed and analyzed. This relentless attention can be both a blessing and a curse, as it brings popularity, but also immense pressure. For King Charles III, the focus on his health issues has been particularly intense. After his recent surgery for an enlarged prostate and the discovery of cancer, the media has been eager to report on every detail of his condition and recovery. While the public has shown concern and support, the constant coverage can invade the family's privacy, making it difficult for them to manage their personal lives amid the spotlight. Queen Camilla has also faced her share of scrutiny, especially during her recent health challenges. Her absence from public events due to a chest infection raised eyebrows and sparked speculation about her well-being. The media reported extensively on her condition, sometimes sensationalizing the situation, which can create unnecessary worry among the public. The younger royals, particularly Prince Harry and Meghan, have experienced an even more pronounced level of media attention. Their decision to step back from royal duties and move to America led to numerous headlines, many of which were negative and critical. Their candid discussions about mental health and family dynamics have opened up important conversations, but they've also made them targets for public opinion and media backlash. This constant scrutiny can take a toll on the mental health of royal family members. The pressure to maintain a perfect image while dealing with personal struggles can be overwhelming. Despite this, many royals continue to engage with the public and use their platforms for good, showing resilience in the face of challenges. Generational divide in monarchy support. In recent years, A noticeable generational divide has emerged in the support for the British monarchy. While older generations tend to hold a strong sense of loyalty and admiration for the royal family, younger people are increasingly questioning its relevance and role in modern society. This shift in attitudes is significant and reflects changing values and perspectives among the population. For many older individuals, the monarchy represents tradition, history, and continuity. They appreciate the stability it brings, and often view the royals as symbols of national pride. Events like royal weddings and jubilees are celebrated with enthusiasm, and many older supporters see the monarchy as an important part of British culture. This deep-rooted loyalty is often influenced by the respect for the institution that has been passed down through generations. Conversely, younger people are more inclined to challenge traditional norms and advocate for progressive change. Many in this group view the monarchy as outdated and disconnected from their realities. Issues such as equality, representation, and accountability resonate strongly with younger generations, leading them to question the need for a hereditary monarchy. Polls conducted in 2024 revealed that only about 54% of people aged 18 to 24 believed the monarchy was important, a stark contrast to the higher approval ratings among older demographics. The actions and attitudes of younger royals like Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, as well as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, play a crucial role in shaping perceptions. Their efforts to address modern issues, such as mental health and social justice, have appealed to younger audiences. However, the tensions surrounding Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties have also fueled debates about the monarchy's relevance. As society evolves, the royal family faces the challenge of bridging this generational gap. Understanding and addressing the concerns of younger people is essential for the monarchy's future. Engaging with modern values while still honoring traditions could help the royal family maintain its relevance in a changing world. The ongoing dialogue about the monarchy's role in society will likely continue, as both older and younger generations seek to define what the future of the royal family should look like. Prince William and Catherine's role. Prince William and Catherine, the Prince and Princess of Wales, have become central figures in the British royal family, embodying a modern approach to monarchy while honoring tradition. Since their marriage in 2011, they have taken on numerous royal duties, engaging with the public and focusing on key issues that resonate with people today. One of their primary roles is to support King Charles III and the royal family as they navigate the challenges of modern life. Prince William, as the eldest son, is second in line to the throne, which adds significant responsibility to his role. He often participates in official engagements, representing the monarchy at important events both at home and abroad. Catherine, known for her grace and approachability, complements William perfectly. Together, they attend charity functions, community events, and state occasions, showcasing their commitment to public service. A key aspect of their work is raising awareness about mental health issues. William and Catherine have been vocal advocates for mental well-being, launching initiatives like the Heads Together campaign. This program encourages open conversations about mental health, aiming to reduce stigma and promote understanding. Their personal experiences and genuine passion for the cause have inspired many, making a meaningful impact in communities across the UK. In addition to mental health, the couple is deeply committed to early childhood development. They believe that investing in children during their formative years is crucial for building a brighter future. Through their Royal Foundation, they have launched projects that focus on improving the lives of young children and supporting families. This dedication reflects their understanding of the challenges faced by modern families and their desire to create positive change. Environmental sustainability is another area where Prince William and Catherine are making strides. They have been active in raising awareness about climate change and the importance of protecting the planet. William's initiative, the Earthshot Prize, aims to inspire innovative solutions to environmental challenges, encouraging individuals and organizations to take action. Catherine also promotes sustainable fashion, often wearing outfits that emphasize eco-friendly choices. King Charles's legacy and concerns for stability. As King Charles III settles into his role as monarch, discussions about his legacy and the stability of the British monarchy have become increasingly important. After the passing of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, In September 2022, Charles took on the significant responsibility of leading the royal family during a time of change and uncertainty. One of the primary concerns surrounding King Charles's legacy is how he will modernize the monarchy while maintaining its traditions. Throughout his life, he has shown a commitment to various causes, including environmental sustainability, social justice, and mental health awareness. His initiatives, such as the Earthshot Prize, aim to inspire action against climate change, reflecting his deep concern for the planet's future. Many hope that by focusing on these pressing issues, he can ensure the monarchy remains relevant in a rapidly changing world. However, King Charles also faces challenges that could impact the stability of the monarchy. The ongoing tensions with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, as well as the generational divide in support for the royal family, are significant factors that could affect public perception. Some younger people are questioning the monarchy's relevance, which raises concerns about its future role in British society. Charles will need to find a way to connect with these younger audiences, while maintaining the loyalty of older supporters. Additionally, the king's health issues have sparked worries about the stability of the monarchy. His recent surgery and cancer diagnosis have led to discussions about the future leadership of the royal family. While he has shown resilience and determination to fulfill his duties, the pressures of being a monarch, especially at an older age, can be daunting. Despite these concerns, King Charles's dedication to his role and the royal family is evident. He aims to foster a sense of unity and purpose within the monarchy, working closely with his son, Prince William, and daughter-in-law, Catherine, to ensure a smooth transition for future generations. As King Charles III navigates the later years of his reign, the question of his legacy and the stability of the monarchy has become a subject of intense discussion. The challenges he has faced, from personal health issues to family tensions, have cast a spotlight on the resilience and adaptability required to lead the British royal family in the 21st century.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
Some secrets are too big to stay hidden forever. And this one? It's sending shockwaves through the royal family. Tucker Carlson couldn't believe what he was hearing. His guest sat across from him, calmly revealing something about Queen Camilla that no one was supposed to know. The look on Carlson's face said it all: disgust, shock, and maybe even a little anger. Who was the guest on Tucker Carlson's show? Now, first things first, who was the person who made this claim? This wasn't just some random YouTuber or a gossip columnist trying to make headlines. No, this was someone who had real knowledge, someone with access to information that the public was never supposed to hear. Some sources believe it was a former royal staff member, someone who worked behind the scenes in the palace, watching everything unfold up close. Others claim it was an investigative journalist, someone who had spent years digging into the hidden secrets of the British royal family. Whoever they were, one thing was clear: they knew something that most people didn't. And when they spoke, even Tucker Carlson, a man who has covered some of the most controversial stories in modern history, was left stunned. What did they reveal about Queen Camilla? Now let's talk about the real bombshell. What did this guest actually say that made Tucker Carlson react with shock and disgust? The guest revealed that Queen Camilla may have been involved in secret dealings that the royal family desperately wanted to keep hidden. And this wasn't just about her past relationship with King Charles. This was something far bigger, something that could seriously damage her reputation, and possibly even the monarchy itself. The claims fell into three major categories: financial scandals, secret political influence, and personal controversies. 1. Financial scandals. One of the biggest revelations was that Camilla had allegedly been involved in financial corruption. According to the guest, she may have used her royal influence to help certain powerful businessmen and politicians in exchange for personal benefits. There were claims that she had connections with secretive investors, possibly even foreign ones, who were using the British royal family's name to push their own agendas. Some reports suggested that these shady dealings involved hidden bank accounts, offshore investments, and even land acquisitions that the public was never supposed to know about. Now think about it. The British monarchy is already criticized for the way they handle money. Every year, British taxpayers pay millions to support the royal family. So, if Queen Camilla was secretly using her position to benefit herself financially, that would be a huge scandal. The British people would feel betrayed. Could this be the reason why the royal family always keeps its finances so secretive? Could this be why certain details are never made public? These are questions that, if answered, could shake the very foundation of the monarchy. 2. Political influence. The guests didn't stop at financial scandals. They also claimed that Queen Camilla might be playing a much bigger role in controlling the royal family's decisions than people realize. Many believe that King Charles is the one making all the big choices. But what if that's not entirely true? What if Camilla has been influencing key royal decisions from behind the scenes? The guests suggested that Camilla had been secretly involved in major political discussions, possibly even pressuring government officials to make decisions that would benefit her and her inner circle. If this is true, then it completely changes the way we see the royal family. The monarchy is supposed to stay out of politics. They're supposed to be neutral. But if Camilla is pulling the strings behind the scenes, then what does that mean for democracy? 3. Personal scandals. And now, the part that made people's jaws drop. The personal scandals. For years, people have whispered about Camilla's role in the downfall of Princess Diana. We all know that Charles and Camilla had an affair while Charles was still married to Diana. But what if Camilla's involvement went deeper than we ever knew? The guest hinted that Camilla may have played a much bigger role in Diana's emotional struggles, possibly even working behind the scenes to isolate Diana from the royal family. But that wasn't all. There were also claims that Camilla had personal secrets of her own. Secrets that, if exposed, could ruin her reputation forever. Affairs? Hidden relationships? Connections with people the royal family wouldn't want the public to know about? The guests didn't give every single detail, but they made one thing very clear. Queen Camilla is not as innocent as she seems. Tucker Carlson's reaction. Now, let's talk about how Tucker Carlson reacted to all of this. We all know that Tucker is not easily shocked. He has covered some of the most intense stories out there, from political scandals to media corruption. But when his guest started exposing Queen Camilla, something changed. At first, Tucker looked curious. You could see in his face that he was paying close attention, trying to figure out whether this was just another wild conspiracy theory, or if there was real substance behind it. But as the guest went on, his expression got more serious. His eyes narrowed, his lips tightened. It was almost like he couldn't believe what he was hearing. And then, when the biggest claims were made about Camilla's secret influence and possible corruption, Tucker's reaction said it all. He shook his head. He leaned back in his chair. And for a moment, he was completely silent. That silence spoke louder than words. Finally, when he did speak, he asked the question that everyone at home was probably thinking. Why is nobody talking about this? And that's a great question, isn't it? Why is the media so quick to defend Queen Camilla? Why are these stories always buried? Why is it that every time a scandal about the royal family starts to surface, it suddenly disappears from the headlines? Tucker didn't outright say that he believed every word the guest said. He didn't claim that every detail was 100% confirmed. But he did say one thing very clearly. This was a conversation worth having. And that's the part that really matters. If even half of these claims are true, then the British public deserves to know. If Queen Camilla has been hiding dirty secrets, then the truth will come out sooner or later. The royal family's history of cover-ups. The British royal family is one of the most powerful and well-protected families in the world. They have wealth, influence, and a long history of carefully shaping their public image. Every time they step out in public, they are smiling, waving, and looking perfect. But behind closed doors? That's a different story. For decades, the royal family has been accused of covering up scandals, silencing people, and hiding the truth from the public. And every time a new scandal comes out, the same question arises. What else are they hiding? Now, with a shocking revelation about Queen Camilla, people are wondering once again, is this just another royal cover-up? To understand that, let's take a look at history. Because trust me, this isn't the first time the royal family has tried to keep something buried. The Prince Andrew scandal. One of the most shocking scandals in recent history involves Prince Andrew, the second son of Queen Elizabeth II. For years, Andrew was seen as a typical royal, attending events, smiling for the cameras, and living a life of luxury. But in 2019, everything changed. His name became linked to Jeffrey Epstein, a man who was known for some of the most horrible crimes imaginable. Even worse, a woman named Virginia Giuffre came forward, claiming that she was forced to be with Prince Andrew when she was just 17 years old. She had proof, photos, and witnesses. The accusations were horrifying. Now, what do you think the royal family did? Did they allow a proper investigation? Did they demand justice? Instead, they went into full damage control mode. They stayed quiet, hoping people would forget. But when the media kept digging, they tried a different tactic. Prince Andrew did an interview with the BBC, hoping to clear his name. But instead, he made things worse. He denied knowing Virginia, even though there was a photo of them together. He even used the strangest excuse. He claimed he couldn't have been with her on a certain date because he was at a pizza restaurant with his daughter. Yes, you heard that right. His alibi for one of the biggest scandals in royal history was pizza. The backlash was immediate. The interview was a disaster. People were furious. The royal family had no choice but to act. They stripped Andrew of his royal titles and public duties. He disappeared from public life. But did he ever face real consequences? Not really. Eventually, the royal family made a secret deal with Virginia Giuffre. They paid her millions of dollars so she would drop the case. And just like that, the scandal was quietly buried. But here's the real question. If the royal family was willing to protect Prince Andrew, who else have they protected? The tragic story of Princess Diana. Now, let's talk about Princess Diana, the most beloved royal in modern history. Diana was different. She was warm, kind, and truly cared about people. She didn't just smile and wave. She connected with the public. And because of that, she was adored by millions. But the royal family? They didn't feel the same way. Diana was seen as a problem. She didn't follow the rules. She spoke openly about her struggles, her loneliness, and her failing marriage to Charles. And when she famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage," referring to Camilla, she embarrassed the entire monarchy. Diana was supposed to stay quiet, but she refused. She exposed secrets the royal family didn't want the world to know. She talked about how Charles had been in love with Camilla all along. She talked about how the palace controlled every aspect of her life. And then, in 1997, something terrible happened. Diana died in a car crash in Paris. The world was in shock. The official story was that her driver was drunk, lost control, and crashed. But a lot of people didn't believe that. Witnesses claimed they saw a mysterious white car near Diana's vehicle just before the crash. Some heard loud bangs before the car lost control. And then there's the most chilling part. Diana herself had predicted something like this would happen. She had written a letter, saying she believed someone was planning an accident to get rid of her. And guess who she named in that letter? Prince Charles. Was it really just an accident? Or was it something more? We may never know for sure. But what we do know is that when the royal family wants something to disappear, they make it happen. How the royal family controls public perception. The royal family is not just a family, it's a business. It survives because people admire and respect it. But what happens when scandals threaten their reputation? That's when their damage control team steps in. They have media experts, PR advisors, and strategists working 24/7 to protect their image. If bad news comes out, they don't panic, they manage it. Sometimes they ignore the story, hoping it fades away. Sometimes they release a carefully worded statement that says nothing but sounds important. And when things get really bad, they create a distraction. For example, when Prince Andrew's scandal became too big to ignore, what happened? Suddenly, the media was flooded with negative stories about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. The timing was suspicious. Was it just a coincidence? Or was it a strategic distraction? The royal family has mastered the art of controlling public opinion. And that's why people are now questioning this new scandal about Queen Camilla. Is this just another royal cover-up? Is this new scandal about Queen Camilla another cover-up? So now we return to the big question. What about Queen Camilla? We know she has a history. We know she was at the center of Charles and Diana's broken marriage. We know she was once hated by the public. And even now, as queen, there are still people who don't trust her. Now, shocking information about her has come out. A guest on Tucker Carlson's show exposed something so disturbing that even Tucker looked disgusted. But here's the real question. What is the royal family doing to cover it up? Will they stay silent, hoping people forget? Will they release a carefully worded statement? Or will they distract us with another story? Maybe more drama about Harry and Meghan. If history has taught us anything, it's that the royal family will do whatever it takes to protect their image. But the truth has a way of coming out. The only question is, when? How the public reacted to the scandal. So what happened after this shocking revelation about Queen Camilla? Well, the internet exploded. People couldn't stop talking about it. Twitter was on fire, Reddit was buzzing, and YouTube comment sections were filled with arguments. Some were furious, some were shocked, and others were like, well, we saw this coming. Let's start with Twitter. Now, if you've spent even 5 minutes on Twitter, you know how wild things can get there. The moment this story broke, people started tweeting like crazy. Some users were posting memes, comparing Queen Camilla to historical villains. Others were writing long threads, trying to break down the situation like detectives. One tweet that went viral said, "First Diana, now this." The royal family never fails to disappoint. It got thousands of likes and retweets. But not everyone was against her. Some royal supporters were defending Camilla, saying people were being too harsh. One person tweeted, "This is just another attack on the monarchy. The queen has worked hard to be where she is today." But that tweet? Yeah, it didn't get as much love. Most of the replies were people disagreeing, posting old clips of Diana's interviews, where she talked about her struggles. Now, Reddit was a whole different battlefield. You know how Reddit works. It's full of deep discussions. People were posting in forums like r/conspiracy, r/royal gossip, and even r/world news. Some users were sharing links to old news articles trying to prove that Camilla had always been hiding something. Others were asking, why do we still have a monarchy in 2025? A Reddit post with thousands of upvotes said, no matter how much the royal family tries to clean their image, the truth always finds a way out. And you know what? That's exactly what a lot of people felt. They believed the royal family had been covering up secrets for years, and this was just another example. And then, of course, there was YouTube. Tucker Carlson's clip from the show was trending. The comments section? A war zone. Some people were praising Tucker for speaking out, saying the mainstream media would never expose this. Others were saying Americans should stay out of British affairs, which of course made the comment section even messier. British versus American public opinion. Now, here's where things got really interesting. The way British people reacted was very different from the way Americans did. Let's talk about the British reaction first. A lot of people in the UK were angry, but not exactly surprised. You see, the British public has had a complicated relationship with Camilla for decades. Some have accepted her as queen, but many still see her as the woman who hurt Diana. This revelation just added fuel to the fire. Some British tabloids went all in. Headlines like, "The Queen's darkest secret finally exposed," started appearing. Morning talk shows had debates about whether the monarchy was still trustworthy. And you know what's interesting? Many older Brits, the ones who lived through the whole Charles-Diana-Camilla drama, were the angriest. They felt like history was repeating itself. But Americans? Oh, Americans love a good royal scandal. The US has always been fascinated with the British monarchy, even though they technically broke away from it hundreds of years ago. To many Americans, the royal family is like a real-life soap opera. So when this story came out, it wasn't just royal watchers who were talking about it, everybody was. Fox News, CNN, and even independent YouTubers started covering it. Some American commentators were comparing it to political corruption, saying things like, "This is why we don't do kings and queens over here." Others were just enjoying the drama, saying things like, This is better than The Crown on Netflix. But here's the funny part. While many Americans were loving the gossip, some were actually defending Camilla. They felt like the media was being unfair and attacking her just because she wasn't Diana. It was a rare moment where Americans were more sympathetic to the British royal family than the British themselves. Did the royal family say anything? Now this is where things got even more suspicious. At first, Buckingham Palace stayed completely silent. No statements, no interviews, nothing. And you know what that does, right? It makes people even more curious. Eventually, after the story kept spreading, some royal insiders spoke to the media. But their response? It was the usual, no comment, or these claims are completely false type of statement. And let's be honest, does anyone really believe that? One royal expert who often speaks on British TV said, "The palace is in full damage control mode." He explained that the royal family always follows the same strategy when a scandal breaks. Stay silent and hope people move on. If that doesn't work, release a short statement denying everything. If things get really bad, distract the public with another story. And guess what? A few days after this revelation, Prince William and Kate suddenly had a big charity event. Coincidence? Maybe. But a lot of people thought it was a classic move to shift the focus away from Camilla. How this affected Queen Camilla's reputation. So after everything, what did this mean for Queen Camilla? Well, let's just say her popularity didn't exactly go up. Even before this, Camilla wasn't the most loved royal. She had spent years trying to rebuild her image, working on charities and staying out of drama. But deep down, a lot of people never forgot her past. And this scandal? It reminded everyone why they didn't trust her in the first place. Polls started coming out, showing that her approval ratings had dropped. Some people even started calling for her to step down as queen. Of course, that's unlikely to happen, but the fact that people were even discussing it, that says a lot. The younger generation, especially Gen Z, was the most vocal about it. Many of them grew up hearing about Diana's story, and they never fully accepted Camilla. On platforms like TikTok, people started making videos comparing old clips of Diana with new ones of Camilla. One viral TikTok had the caption, "Diana deserved better. The truth always comes out." It had millions of views. Even some royal supporters, who usually defend the monarchy no matter what, were struggling to justify this one. A royal journalist wrote, "This is the biggest challenge Queen Camilla has faced since marrying Charles. Will the public ever see her the same way again?" And that's the big question. Can Camilla ever fix her reputation after this? Or will she always be remembered as the queen with too many secrets? What do you think? Is this the final nail in the coffin for Queen Camilla's public image? Or do you think the royal family will once again escape without consequences? Let us know in the comments below.